rising storm. I'm forged in the fire, a new heart reborn. With every breath, with every stride, God, I'm your warrior, with you as my guide. Through the valleys of shadow, through the rising storm, I'm forged in the fire, a new heart reborn.
Hi everybody, I hope all my unicorn warriors are doing great, wonderful, and fabulous. I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a separate video on the updates and also about Jonnie's toxology report. And if you haven't seen my last video where I kind of went into it a little bit, I did state that I was not going to release the medical exam report. I just feel that, I don't know, it's a little gruesome, and I don't want people to remember Jonnie that way. I want them to remember Jonnie as Jonnie. And so with that being said, but I will go over the toxicology report that I did get, and it says specimens received from, and then the guy that did the labs on March 19th 2025. They got 9.0 milliliters blood, condition post-mortem, source the femoral vessel, obtained March 14th 2025. Ethanol, which is alcohol in the system, and none detected 3/27/2025. Let's see, they got 3.0 milliliters of the vitreous humor condition post-mortem site source I, obtained 14 March 2025. And so there was no drugs or alcohol or anything in the system, and this is the toxicology report that I did receive on Jonnie Jacobs. And as most people know, he passed away in a fatal car accident, and he was not wearing his seatbelt. And it was at an intersection, and you could tell that Jonnie tried to slow down, but where he was going, it was kind of like on the road he was on was like on a hill, and the person at the intersection that was supposed to stop at the stop sign failed to stop, and their speed limit was 55, and they ran through the stop sign. And as soon as Jonnie could see that the person wasn't going to stop, it showed on the police report that Jonnie was doing 55 and slowed down to 50, but unfortunately that was not enough time for him to actually stop. And they said T-boned in like the news and stuff like that, but the way his car was hit was at the like this is Jonnie, and then this is the other guy. It hit his like front bumper somehow, like in between the bumper and the like side, like where the tire is, you know, kind of angle. And but with that speed and Jonnie not wearing his seatbelt, he was ejected from the car and was pronounced passed on the scene. And so that was one of our key witnesses in this case, and also one of the people that was trying really hard to find out with us, you know, protesters and content creators, and you know, everyone that's involved with this case was trying to figure out what happened that day on April 27th 2024. And he was disregarded by law enforcement. He was disregarded by FBI and so many other people that he tried to tell what happened that day and things that didn't add up. And so, but know that he did try. And yeah, if you didn't hear our conversation, I really do recommend going back and listening to it. There was 2 parts, and then I also did a breakdown of the conversation that me and Jonnie had, and I think it's more than 2 parts, it's several, because it was the breakdown, and then there was so much to discuss and everything. But know that Jonnie doesn't think that Mica did it to herself, and now he's gone. And whether or not that person that was driving that day that hit Jonnie, whether that was intentional or just an accident, I don't know. There are some very iffy things surrounding the other guy, but yeah. And like I said, I got the medical exam, and I'm not going to release it. I'm not going to go over it. I went through the basics, and I'm not going to paint Jonnie or any victim. I just don't want y'all having that vision in your head. And I think I feel that it could be disrespectful to the family, and I'm not going to disrespect Jonnie's family. So, and then the other update I have is June 19th. It's going to be late evening, nighttime, but me and Regina Ward will be doing a live together, and I'm taking that night off this time because we actually have this more planned out in advance than, like last minute like we did last time, which wasn't her fault, wasn't my fault. It's just both of our schedules are off. But and then I had something come up the night that my car broke down when I was headed back to the store to hop on to her live, so I had to deal with that. But but she was nice enough to give me another chance, so I'm taking that night off. So I will be off, and then I will bring that interview to y'all. But if you're on TikTok and you can watch us over there, feel free. And but if not, no worries. I'm going to bring it to y'all here on YouTube and put it on this channel. And then I'll probably do a live before mine and hers, so that way we can refresh and go back over the questions, and then if there's anything we need to add to, or whatever, we can do that. So but I just wanted to give you all those updates. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday. Bye. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know your thoughts. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday.